Hi everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to my channel. So tonight I'm going to talk about the five latest Criterions that I purchased. And two of these are actually new and three are actually used. And before I get into these, I want to talk about, I'm going through a new editing software right now, so this video probably won't have an intro to it. I'll hopefully get that on my, when I do my next video, I'll get that back together. But I'm kind of learning this new system. So the first movie is Bull Durham. I actually owned this on DVD before. This is an outstanding movie. When I bought this, it was on like a Friday night, and I watched the movie. For the first time in a while, I watched I think like one or two commentaries on it. Watched all the special features, did it all in one night because I just couldn't put it down. I had it on DVD before. Picture quality in this is quite a bit better than that. The special features are great on it. This is released in 1988. It's spine number 936, written and directed by Ron Shelton. And of course, it stars Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon, and Tim Robbins. And an outstanding movie. I'd say for people that aren't even necessarily baseball fans can enjoy this. Just the storyline of the three main characters, just how it all work. How they all work together. And Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon actually met on this movie and got married and had kids and everything together. So it's a really special movie. And the next movie is actually Sid and Nancy. This is released in 1986, and it's a spine number 20. So this is one of the really early Criterions. This is written in the screenplay is written by Alex Cox and it's directed by him. The cinematography is done by Roger Deakins, whom he's worked with the Coen brothers on several movies, and he's Oscar-winning cinematographer. And the movie, it's starring Gary Oldman and Chloe Webb, and there's actually a cameo by Courtney Love in this. This movie's not entirely accurate about the life of Sid Vicious. He died when he was like 21. He and Nancy Spungen were heavy drug users, and it's really sad how their lives ended so young. And this movie is really kind of very sad. It's not going to make you happy after you watch it. There's a lot of artsy kind of scenes to it. Gary Oldman he's not extremely proud of his work in this. I don't think he really wanted to play the character that well, but I think he's still really good in it. And Alex Cox kind of during the commentary kind of put down the ending of the movie. So I think the studio may have kind of interfered a little bit with this, but it's still, if you're a fan of the Sex Pistols, I definitely say you have to watch this movie for sure. The next movie is actually one I bought used. I bought this at the Exchange, where I buy a lot of my used. A lot of the Criterions that I purchased the last 4 months have come from them. But so the movie is Eraserhead. This is the debut from David Lynch. It's starring John Nance and Charlotte Stewart. This is spine number 725. It's released in 1977. It's a black and white movie. It's really, really odd. It's something that kind of, after you watch it a few times, you kind of get accustomed to it. And the movie's not extremely long, but it's definitely worth checking out especially if you're a David Lynch fan. It's a must own. But it's in perfect condition for a used movie, and really glad to get that. Next one, I also bought this at the Exchange. The movie is called Being There. This is actually the last movie that Peter Sellers ever starred in, and he died. He may have made an appearance at one or two after this, but he actually died a year after this movie. So it's kind of sad. He was fairly young, and he's kind of an icon to me. Anyone that's ever seen Doctor Strangelove or the Pink Panther movies, he's a great actor. And this was released in 1979. It's a spine number 864. It's directed by Hal Ashby, and I have another movie by him. The next one I want to talk about was directed by him, but it's also has Shirley MacLaine, and it has Melvin Douglas, whom actually won an Oscar for his part in this movie. He was the man married to Shirley MacLaine. But it's anyone that's ever seen the ending to this, it's kind of an iconic ending. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's definitely worth checking out. And the last movie I actually this is actually out of print, and it's actually also directed by Hal Ashby. But the movie is Harold and Maude. This is released in 1971. It's spine number 608. As I said, also directed by Hal Ashby. This movie I actually had to get since it's out of print. I was going to buy it on eBay, but then on eBay it's like $100, anywhere from $100 to like $115. So I actually did some more research online and found this at Goodwill and got it for about $25 less there. So, or actually maybe it may have been more like $30 less, but it was like around 70 or so, which I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't pay that, even for something new, but something I really wanted. And I actually had never seen this before. But I remember years ago when I saw the movie, There's Something About Mary. The Farrelly brothers wrote and directed that, and they talked about how Mary really loved this movie. So it's an odd movie. It's something that may kind of grow on me quite a bit, and has features the music by Cat Stevens. So it's an interesting story, and I think I watched it twice, and it's like I said, it's kind of growing on me. The kid it has Ruth Gordon. If you saw Rosemary's Baby, she won an Oscar for a role in that movie, and it has Bud Cort. He's the one that plays Harold. He's like 20 and she's almost 80 years old. So it's an interesting kind of story, more of like a friendship kind of thing, I guess. But don't want to spoil anything there. But it's interesting though, and I may have overpaid for it, but I'm glad I finally got to see it. And I tried looking everywhere to try to find it, just because it's out of print. Everyone wanted to charge a ton of money, and at least my money went to Goodwill. At least that actually goes to kind of a good cause, and I still saved money compared to buying it on eBay. So I'm still glad I got it. And this is like I said, spine number 608, and this is like the oldest out of the 5 movies I have from 1971. So I'm glad I got all these. But hopefully, like I said, I'll get the editing right next week. I was using iMovie, and the videos look great on my phone, but when I upload it to iMovie, did edits through that and send it to YouTube, they look terrible. So this video is probably going to go straight to YouTube and will probably look cleaner than the last 10 or so videos that I put out. So please consider subscribing if you love Criterion. Please check those out. Please put a like on the video, and have a good night. Thank you. Bye.